Okay, now we're in post show.
All right. So, Heather, tell us about what you wanted to talk about.
I want to talk about Jesus Pizza.
Jesus pizza.
I want to
Jesus
talk
Pizza.
about Jesus Pizza. And it's wrong. I don't like Jesus Pizza.
Is it shaped like Jesus? Or
No.
are the toppings arranged in Jesus formation?
The topping is Jesus. Yes. And you talk about Jesus over pizza, and I don't like it.
Was it like those Catholic wafers?
Just keep watching.
Okay.
It's pretty awesome.
I don't have my glasses on.
It's a video of somebody in a car that sees a roaming basket.
It's a rowing basket.
And so they decide to help out.
And it's a guy in a Jesus cart.
It's Jesus!
So
And
it
he pushes it into the basket receptacle.
Yay.
Jesus does good deeds is the point of this video.
He saved all the cars from dings.
I don't have my notes open. Quit acting like you don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. The Colorado Jesus Pizza, the school.
Oh, is it one of those topics we didn't cover?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't read. If I didn't
And
read it,
it
it's down there.
particularly pissed me off.
Let's see. This is the guy that spends $60,000 on gay dating sites. I was thinking about putting that one in there, but I
that's
was like,
fine with
we've
me.
done that like twice already now.
All right, so the basic of this story is that there's this school, and it's a public school, but basically they're allowing this
They are allowing
Christian church.
Yeah, to rent space in their cafe. Sorry, nobody. Christian's not here. Nobody's giving me the talking to the mic signal. Yeah, they're allowing a pastor to rent church or to rent space in their cafeteria to basically put on pizza incentive prayer or prayer incentive pizza. I don't know which one the incentive for you would be. Obviously pizza. But
What the fuck are you trying to say? Go ahead, say it. Say it.
You
That's
seem
right.
like a fan of pizza.
You like pizza?
I do love pizza. It's my favorite.
Oh my god! I'm
So I
totally
wasn't
get pizza.
So anyway, for 3 or 4 years, they held this prayer session and Bible study in their cafeteria, and they allowed children to come there, and it was by their own free will. They weren't forced to go to Jesus Pizza. And they also held a prayer around their flagpole that grew in like huge mass. Well, there was a Jewish teacher that, of course,
Oh,
didn't
I think
like
that was
Jesus
a topic
Pizza.
from last week. I think is what
I
that
don't remember
was.
this. No,
No.
Because I read last
I
week.
was totally on the show last week when we didn't talk about
Well, I
it.
was on the show. I remember that from last week. I think it was one of the topics we didn't end up getting.
Oh, we
to.
didn't get to.
No.
maybe?
Yeah, we didn't get to it. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you asked for topics and I emailed it to you. Are you sure that's not where you remember it from?
So
Maybe it
Charlie,
is.
huh?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Anyway, it went on for like 4 years, and basically it came down to, well, nobody said they didn't like it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And this it's really so, and it's really weird. They're renting out cafeteria space to a church during school hours, and this is a public school. So there's this preacher coming in, and he's like, "Yeah, well, in this area in the cafeteria, we're having pizza, but if you're not in this area, then you're getting the shitty chicken nuggets that the cafeteria is giving you."
But if you want pizza,
Yeah.
you got to talk
Oh,
about Jesus.
So they set up a class system.
Yeah,
Ah.
and so not only all that, oh, now I forget where I was going, but I can't remember where I was going from there. But the fact that they're renting out church or
Yeah,
school
during
space
school time, a church
during
is
school
using the
time
school
to
yeah.
a church, and so what happened was there was this Jewish teacher that complained about it and was like, you're forcing Christianity on these kids, and even if you're not forcing it, you're promoting it.
Yeah.
And that's the whole establishment clause, is not about forcing somebody to do it, but to promote it.
Yeah.
So
By putting
So-
funds towards it, you're
Right.
promoting it. Yeah.
so
and
this,
they weren't necessarily putting funds
Well, but
toward it,
but
but
school-
they were
school time
supplying
is-
space
Time is money.
for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And they were taking money for the rent from the cafeteria space.
so this teacher complained about it, and not only are did they okay, well we can't do it anymore, it's not legal or whatever, but then they went and they they made it public. I don't know if they told the kids directly, but they're like, you know, this Jewish teacher, Mr. So-and-so, said that we can't do it anymore. And he complained to somebody, and now we can't do it anymore.
Everyone give him bad reviews.
So now all these kids that have been going to Jesus Pizza are pissed off at the Jewish teacher because he took away Jesus Pizza.
Good. I hope their tears taste good.
But isn't that like an awful way to
but-
teach kids so young to fucking hate other
Again,
religions?
it
You know, or
ends
for
in-
whatever, even though he's in the right, like it's awful.
It ends in crying children because of irresponsible adults that
True.
fucking know
Yeah.
better. It's not mincing words. It's not about interpretation of the law or the Constitution. It says it right there. It says no promotion. And stop it. No promoting. Giving space is promoting. Allowing your flagpole before, after school hours that is public tax paid for by the public school, and you don't get to do religious stuff there.
That being said, if a student is the one that's organizing it, then they
Sure.
can do that.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
But I mean, and
That's not promoted by the
Yeah.
school
Mm-hmm.
officials, though. That is actually a expression of
Yeah,
your
which is
religious rights.
What I think they ended up doing, they're like, oh shit, go get that girl that's like super, Jesus freak, and tell her to do the stuff now. And that's how I think what they ended up getting around it.
Well,
that's more awful.
Well, yeah, but yeah.
It's legal, I guess.
loopholes.
But yeah,
you know what?
More awful.
Loopholes.
It's like the parents that give their kids candy canes for at Christmas to hand out to the class that have like little Bible quotes on them, but you hand it out to the whole
Oh,
class.
yeah.
But it's the kid handing them out. It's not the parents going into the classroom. It's that fucking shit.
Right, so Charlie. All right, for those of you that don't know what the Charlie Challenge is, it's the modern day Ouija board. Basically, what you do is you take a piece of paper, and I don't know if you can see that on the camera. You put a cross on it, and then in the opposing adjacent corners, you write yes, and then in the opposite opposing corner, adjacent quadrants, there we go.
There you go.
You write no, and this allows you to ask a spirit, presumably a Mexican one,
It's a
yes or no questions.
it's a Mexican demon from what
And
I've
the way
heard.
the way you ask these questions is you take one pencil, you lay it down on one axis. You take the other pencil, lay it down on another axis, and then you try to balance them as well as possible, and then you leave it there, and then whichever way it falls, pointing towards yes or no, will give you your yes or no answer. And then you have made contact with the other side. There are some ground rules you have to know before you start, though.
Are we all okay with inviting evil into our lives right now?
It's not my house.
Yeah, it's not my house, so
So,
who
okay,
gives a
good.
shit? And the
Good.
others aren't here.
Good.
So,
Right.
Josh, unless
Yeah,
they can
there's
deal
no
with
one here
it,
to
yeah.
oppose,
All
so
right.
I'm good.
Tough
Right.
shit, kids.
Now, there are some ground rules you have to know before you do it. First, you have to ask Charlie if you can play. So you have to say, Charlie, can we play? And then he'll say yes or no, and then move on there. But before you can stop, you have to ask Charlie if you can stop. And if he says you can't stop, you have to keep playing, or he's going to haunt you forever. So them's the rules. And we're all now making a solemn oath and pact to abide by them, so help us not a god.
Man.
I
We got the
already,
flying spaghetti monster on
I
our side,
already have
so
a problem with the rules, but we're gonna continue.
I'm cool. I'm down.
Dude.
Let's do it.
who hasn't played Bloody Mary? Come
Okay,
on.
Right.
so I'm gonna take the camera, I'm gonna put it closer to the table and put it above, and then who wants to be the pencil balancer
I
person?
think Ryan should do it.
Oh,
You're
Good,
the tech
'cause-
guy.
I have like shaky
away.
hands because I know I'm gonna have like Parkinson's one day.
PD
so-
and I are gonna take care of the beer.
Okay, and you
got
guys
this.
can
Got my koozie.
ask the questions, and
Your
you can.
atheist koozie.
all right. So I just
Your
set this
official atheist koozie, handmade by a real atheist.
That's right. That's legit.
down. So I set this down,
As legit as this game is.
and then I try to I gotta balance this
Oh, yeah, I
pin.
think we're gonna need someone because I don't think you're gonna be able to balance it from there very well.
Do you really need help?
Yeah, from where is that?
Yeah.
I don't think it helps that the paper's wrinkly.
That's it. Keep
yeah,
moving
PD,
it.
PD over here.
Oh.
You're gonna be bouncing. All right, and then you guys are gonna narrate what's happening and
Okay.
ask the questions.
So
So start off.
no, You gotta balance it. Too far. Too far.
Right. So while she's got it balanced.
What am I gonna get it balanced? I've been drinking a little while, guys.
It's tough to get it perfectly
Petey's
balanced.
having a problem
Nope.
balancing Petey right now.
We need.
You're fucking this up, Petey. Come on.
We don't.
Oh,
Ask the question.
You didn't ask quick enough.
You guys
No,
ready?
but while you have your hands on it, ask the question. Then
I kind of feel that we should have rehearsed this.
So what?
Nah, we
what?
do it live.
What? Nope. It fell.
No.
What question are we gonna ask?
Well, first you have to ask if you can.
Oh,
Okay, the first one. Okay.
Just ask really fast.
Charlie. Well, you guys are on the mic.
Charlie.
I was almost there.
Up a bit.
I'm sure this is good radio.
Yeah. No, he's got the camera going. There you go.
What is your major malfunction, Petey?
It doesn't want to balance. Did you try balancing these before we went live with it?
Yeah.
Fucking
I kind of
pencils.
feel that we should have rehearsed it, maybe watched a YouTube video. I
It's
just
the wrong kind of pencil.
Yeah, I
and
think
pen
I think I think they got to be the square.
How are we failing at
Oh,
middle school?
Try
How-
try putting the pen on top. Put the pencil down and
Kids in middle school can do this. Why can't we?
well
They
because
have number 2s 'cause it
kids in
requires
middle
that.
school don't get drunk before the show.
That's
Don't
what you
they?
think. That's what you think. No, because it's not gonna. It doesn't have a ridge.
Oh, you need ridged pencils.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh.
yeah. So this whole thing is just falling apart.
Okay, so we can talk about Charlie.
All right.
So, one of the talk radios that I listen to on the way home from work, they actually did this live on the air.
they're such copycats.
I know. Like, well, they were making fun of it. There's this one guy who's like the producer of the show, who's supposed to kind of keep the show on, the up and up instead of it going into like fart jokes the whole time. So that's what this one guy is for. And so he's he's a college graduate. He's a frat boy, like to where it's really funny, but they actually had him scared out of his mind because the whole Charlie thing. To where he was like, no, because there's no reason to add just invite evil into my life for no reason. Even though it could all be bullshit, it could all be real. So he's that kind of religious still, and he still kind of believes enough. And well, I guess most people do. I don't, but
Yeah.
Okay.
to where he believes. So the idea of playing Charlie freaked him the fuck out, and he's probably somewhere between 24 and 27 years old. So he's an adult. He pays his own bills. He works. He lives by himself. So they set up the whole thing, and they started playing. So Charlie, you want to play, right? And so he was the one saying it. They set it up for him, and they're like, "You're not saying it serious enough." So he started doing it in different voices to try to convince it to do whatever it's supposed to do. And they're
To
like,
gravity.
yeah.
They're trying to get it to gravity as hard as they can.
To where he was like, he's like saying it, and he's like kind of like joking around a little bit, and the guy's like, no, you're not saying it serious enough, you gotta be serious. And he's like, okay, Charlie, you want to play? And so he kept on and I don't know if they were just joking around about the San Andreas movie, because the radio show I listened to is out of Southern California, so I don't know if they were just joking around about the movie opening, or there was supposed to be an earthquake in LA, or no?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt if there was. So it might have just been the opening of the movie. So at the same time, they were like, oh, if it's going to happen, Charlie's going to come to your house tonight. And, the earthquake's going to happen too. And it's going to be all from Satan. And this guy was freaked the fuck out because they were playing Charlie. He was honestly scared. To where it's just like, are you serious? At the same time, they also started going over the 9 satanic statements that
I've never even heard of those.
I don't know what those are.
What are the 9 satanic? Oh, I don't have
Atheist
fucking-
Airwaves did it like last year.
I-
I don't listen or what?
Were any of us on last year?
I was.
I don't know. Ryan kept Atheist Airwaves a secret from me for like a year and a half.
Oh my god, you're such a jerk.
Right?
Yeah, why would
I
you
would
do
like
that?
this to be a testament of how bad all of us are at godding and everything related to godding. I'm really proud. I'm like, we're not so stupid that we could get this to work.
Yeah.
So
But besides the live people are watching this, you paid $1 for that. At least $1, you fools.
I couldn't get it to
So I
balance.
thought that this whole Charlie thing, I thought I read an article or read the first 2 sentences of an article where this wasn't a real thing. This is a promotion for some kind of movie that's coming out.
You know what? No, it's actually really, really serious because it's been denounced by that Jesus freak Fred Durst lookalike in the backwards red hat.
Oh, he talked about it, really? Oh,
yeah,
really?
He said that this is not
I can't get it.
yes, no for Charlie. It's yes, Jesus will be in your life. Yes, some other kind of bullshit. No, Jesus will never leave you. No, something else. And he was wearing his red backwards hat, so I know he was serious. Yeah.
This is Jesus Cat.
I think that guy owes me $100,000, doesn't he?
Oh,
yeah.
he totally does owe you. I saw that bet online.
Joshua Furstein.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like calling.
I thought of that all by my own. I did not look at the chat room.
I think it's so bullshit. But yeah, it's pretty, funny and interesting. Of course, there's that new movie that, well, I mean, I don't know what the movie is, but that one where like the Facebook chick comes back and like haunts all her friends. So I don't know if that's kind of like part of it. I don't know. So they decided this was like
Has anyone
like that?
Has anyone actually done a Ouija board before?
Oh, totally.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I've never done
have
one before.
you ever been alive?
I know, right?
Really?
You've never been 11?
Well, no, I never had one, and then it's like my mom was never gonna buy me
I
one.
still have one.
We have one that was like, from the 80s. Like,
Yeah.
Parker,
So like, I mean,
Parker Brothers all the way.
it's just somebody moving it with their hand or whatever. I mean, obviously it's not a spirit. I just thought like maybe it's like, it's got enough surface area of friction that it's just kind of, if you just laid it down by itself, it would move on its own. I wasn't sure.
No, it doesn't do that. It doesn't like, not really touch kind of, it's not air hockey.
Yeah, I imagine it being like air hockey. You like
No,
put it
it's
there
not
and it
air
would
hockey.
just kind of start moving on its own. And,
No, but with an Ouija board, if people could put their fingers on it, and even without consciously trying to move it, didn't we discuss this in a show like a couple months ago?
this one I don't-
Without trying to consciously move it, just having your fingers on it will actually, you can push it because it doesn't have much friction, so you can do it unconscious or subconsciously and actually move it and think that you're not moving it if you're a crazy person.
Yeah.
Well, because I
when
was
you're an 11-year-old girl playing
Yes.
with like
Well, because
six
anytime
other-
you touch something, you're gonna put
Right,
pressure
you
on
put
it. And,
pressure on it.
and if you have 4 people all putting pressure on something, it's gonna move. Okay.
Yep.
Should we bring it the next time I come over?
Oh, we
or
could
what?
totally Ouija board
Yeah,
post show next
Just have
time.
like
totally got an
a
old
Ouija
school
board
one.
party or something.
Yeah, totally.
We can make a whole party out of that.
You don't want to party like that?
We could we could get a whole bunch of 90s games and just make it like a 90s games themed party. That would be awesome.
Okay, but as long as they're not stupid and somebody's gonna win something, like he has the friend Trivial Pursuit.
Well,
I'm down for that.
Well, you may not win anything, but you might
Friends.
lose your dignity.
Ooh, Jello shots.
No, I did that when I got married.
Whoops.
I took it back again in the divorce.
Right. Well, that was a complete and utter failure.
Well,
and,
if you had the right equipment, we might have.
My marriage or this game?
and if you're watching this right now, you paid at least $1 for this.
Right?
You probably lost your dignity too.
They could be
way.
live in the chat room. We've got some people live in the chat room.
Even worse.
It's not working. I don't
Right?
know why.
God, you guys find something to do on Tuesday night, for Christ's sake.
Somebody should have told me to bring pencils.
Talking
Right?
about these,
I
these
forgot this was a thing.
these 10, 11, 12-year-old games from the 80s. Katy Perry, Katie Scary in the chat room wonders if we're going to play Light as a Feather, Stiff as a Board next.
Oh, get,
What's-
Reb, get on the floor. We're picking you up.
How about Ryan get on the floor?
I don't get it. What are we doing?
The light is a feather.
What is
stiff
that? I
as
don't
a-
even know what that is.
Oh, so
You've
it's-
never seen The Craft?
Is Charlie like the only thing you... Thank you.
Aw,
Is
come on.
Charlie like the only thing you know?
Well, I mean, I know what a Ouija
I
board
feel
is.
that
I've
you are
just
very
never...
unqualified to be hosting this show right now.
I've just never
So
cared about that
young.
bullshit. I mean, I've been an atheist since I was like 12, 14, so like whenever people were doing that, I was like,
Right.
that seems
Me
stupid.
too, which
you
is
know?
why I know nothing about the Bible, but all that other shit is fun as hell.
Well, just, I mean, that's never been a thing, so it's just like, well, I don't know. So what you...
So you lay down, right? And then all you'd use is 2 fingers, and I don't know if it takes...
2 fingers.
Anyway.
What are you saying?
Go on.
Just lay down, Reb. Okay, take a deep breath. Close your eyes. You're gonna feel a little pressure.
Get on
And
the
you
floor.
put like I don't know if it takes 2, 3, 4 people, and they each put 2 fingers under your body parts, like your shoulders.
Oh,
your
I'm liking this better now.
ribs,
Okay.
Your your knees, and then you sit there and go, light as a feather, stiff as a board, light as a feather, stiff as a board, and you can lift a person up with just two fingers.
I
But y'all have
guarantee
to
none of
concentrate.
you will be able to pick me up.
Only if we concentrate
You have to concentrate.
and
There
if you
could- the-
really believe.
Joshua and Leslie and Lily could all get in on that, and you guys ain't lifting me with 2 fingers each.
But if we all believe,
4. 'cause
it could
it's
happen.
2 in a
Oh,
chance.
that's never gonna happen. Well, obviously, it never
Because
actually
if it
works.
doesn't happen, it's because you're not concentrating.
You're not believing. You gotta believe in it.
Oh, it's one of those catch-22s.
Yeah.
It sounds dumb. I
Yeah.
guess that's why I never did it. But I assume you guys did, huh?
It's very dumb.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You know, do we want to wrap this up? Anything else
said
anyone want to
Sounds
talk
good
about?
to me.
I think we might be off the rails.
Yeah. my ingenious idea with Charlie did not work out.
Well, if you
so-
would have brought the right pencil.
I just figured pencils are pencils. It didn't say it had to be like, I don't know.
Yeah,
expensive
yeah, no,
pencils.
yes, of course we have. We've done lots of things with drunk adults that I don't think we should talk about in the chat room, Katie Scary. Thank you for that.
Where do I begin?
Let's end the show. Thank you for joining us on Atheist Airwaves. See you next Tuesday, 7:30. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Bye.
Shut it down.